Welcome to Go Okanagan. As you can see, we are down here on Ellis Avenue where a crowd has gathered across the street and in that building with some exciting announcements from the Kelowna Food Bank as well as a bunch of their partner agencies. And over here at the food bank building itself, the windows are all covered in this mysterious wrap. And well, they're keeping it under wraps for now, but coming up, we'll find out what's behind this wrapping on the food bank windows later on in the show. Well, now we're joined by our next door neighbor, practically, Lynetta Perry from the food bank. There's a whole bunch of things happening here. It's kind of hard to sort this all out. Maybe walk us through it.
Okay, so on July the 1st, we launched our campaign, Join the Movement. And this campaign was actually inspired by my dad. When I was growing up, my dad was fascinated by Canadian geese. And he would say, we could learn a lot from geese. And this sounded very strange as a child. But he was right, because Canadian geese can fly 71% further together than if they were to travel alone.
Oh,
and
I see where you're going, the V formation.
Right. When people work together, we can achieve so much more. So that's what the campaign is about. Today we're going to be highlighting some great partnerships that we've newly formed and highlighting some of our old partners. And so one of those is Whitworth Holdings has secured us some space. For a number of years, the Kelowna Food Bank has been talking about we've outgrown our building. And so Whitworth stepped up to the plate and helped us secure some office and storage space. And so with this space came incredible opportunity to help some of our local organizations. So now we've got 4 partner agencies working out under us and with us, and we're working more efficiently together.
That's great, and we're going to meet some of those partner agencies. You get a little tour of the building coming up on the show. But you also have your place all wrapped up over there.
We do, yes.
There's some kind of a big surprise.
There's a big surprise over there.
Can you tell us anything about it yet, or do we have to wait?
We have to wait for the unveiling. Again, that was the result of just some partnerships, you know. Brad Marshall from Good Sir was walking by one day and he thought, wow, those are great windows. I could do something really cool with those. And he pitched us with the idea of doing a building wrap, and we loved the idea, the concept, and got a bunch of partners and sponsors together. So today we're going to unveil it.
All right, well, I always like a surprise. Thank you so much. We're going to get a tour of the building coming up a little bit later on in the show, and I can't wait to see the big unveiling. Now we're joined by Raymond Kaler back here in the Senior Gay Men in Kelowna office in the building. So tell us a bit about your group.
Well, we are a group of senior gay men in Kelowna, as the name says, and we, through the auspices of the food bank, meet here on the first and third Mondays of each and every month, and it's an opportunity for seniors who might otherwise be experiencing isolation or a lack of social activity to get out and enjoy what we call the social determinants of health. Nutrition for isolated people is a big one, and we share that concern with the food bank and are actually doing some projects with them to tap into new sources of funds for them, as well as identify folks who might need a little extra help that may not be accessing it. But it's a great partnership, and we really appreciate what the food bank's doing for us.
Okay, well, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more exploring this cool building coming up after the break. Now we're inside the brand new office for the Okanagan Fruit Tree Project with Elsa and Casey. This is a cool location you have here.
We are very excited to be able to have an office in this space.
And it's neat to see these different groups coming together here, you know, sort of working with the food bank.
Yeah, we're excited to be like this hub for food security now and be working with similar agencies.
Now, what's really cool is, and I know how valuable this could be, for people that have fruit trees, like myself, that don't always get all the fruit off, you guys have come up with a great way to share that fruit with the community.
Yeah, exactly. So what we do is homeowners with fruit trees will give us a call. We also do vegetables and nut trees as well. Wow. And what we do is we pick the fruit, all of our volunteers come out, and then we donate the fruit to charities in the area.
One more thing, because, you know, you got to raise money somehow. You got the fabulous apple juice that you're selling.
Yes, this is part of our annual fundraiser. So we press apple juice and then sell it. And this particular apple juice is unsprayed and very delicious.
So this is right off some local Okanagan trees that you guys helped pick.
You betcha, with about 50 or so volunteers.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see how that is. Cheers. Cheers to your new office.
Thank you.
All right. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's good.
I can taste the love in that apple juice. Now we're joined by a familiar face, Jim Belshaw from Souls for Souls Canada. Now, we're familiar with your work collecting shoes for needy people around the world, but this project today is a little bit closer to home.
It is. Yes, it is. We're right across the street from the food bank, Kelowna Food Bank, and we've opened up the Kelowna Sunrise Rotary Shoe Bank. So what it's for, the purpose is basically for people that go into the food bank to collect a hamper can now come across the street, and if they need some shoes for their kids or the mom or dad, we'll get them on their feet for them. There isn't a day, isn't a week that goes by that I don't get a phone call or a visit from one of the local social agencies. Say, hey Jim, I have a client, he's got a job, but he needs a pair of work boots. And we usually end up running down to the warehouse, going through the boxes and finding the right size. But now we can meet them here, they're all set out in sizes, and we can fit them and they can get a job.
It's great work. Thank you so much on behalf of the community for the work that you do around the world, and even now right here at home. And thanks to the Rotarians and everybody else that donates their shoes, that helps make something like this work.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much.
There we go. The big unveiling taking place. Join the food movement. Funds Food Volunteer. Wow, look at that. Fantastic building wrap over there on the Kelowna Community Food Bank. It looks incredible. Thanks to everybody who, down here today for doing all that they do for those in the community that need a helping hand. And you can find out more about how you can get involved by checking out the Kelowna Community Food Bank. Well, that's it for the show. I'm Doug Brown. We'll see you next time on Go.